is up, y'all? How's it going tonight? Yeah, looks like we got a good bunch in here already. Appreciate every one of you being here. You're going to have to forgive me for just a couple of minutes. I got a Pepsi in my mouth. We had spaghetti for dinner and tried a new sauce, and that sauce is fighting back. So I'm going to be working on this Pepsi for another minute or two. Well, let's see who we got with us tonight. All right. Looks like Glenn Anderson was the first one in. Yeah, there we go. Grammy C. All right. You made it. Yep. Oh, you're going to catch a replay. That's all right. Appreciate you coming in and saying hello to everybody. Catch that replay would be good. Scott Hummer's with us.
Tucker can hear you. I got to shut the door.
All right. I'm flying kind of solo tonight. There's a storm coming in. Tucker's going crazy. So Lady Prepper's with him in the kitchen. That's the only room where he actually feels safe is in the kitchen. Thanks for coming in, Scott. Appreciate it. You got a wrench already. I remember you from before. Texas Raider, my man right there. Yeah, me and you talked yesterday. Don't worry about it, brother. Everything's okay. We'll get it straight. That's all I got to say about that. Buzz Runner. All right, my man right there. Come on down. Who we got? Whoa, you guys had a good conversation there. Some news. The White House says President Donald Trump had a recent medical checkup. This is it's a vascular thing. It's normal for people over the age of 70. It's nothing to worry about. It can be controlled with medication, so it's not a big deal. Michelle J. All right. Glad you're here with us. Wish we could have had dinner today or lunch today. That would have been great. But as you know, my travel plans changed because of the weather. And our boy Tucker, he seems to be having some issues. We're going to have addressed. We're taking him to the vet tomorrow. So I dang sure wasn't going to leave here with all that going on. But it would have been great to see you, but we will do it eventually. I promise you. Who else we got down here? Debbie Jones is with us, and I'm sure Rob's in the house too. Appreciate you both being here. There's the man right there, Ohio Valley Prepping, y'all. Prepper. Go over there and check out his channel, Ohio Valley Prepping. He's got some good stuff going down over there. He's just starting to build that channel, and he needs all the new subscribers he could get. So let's go over there and help him out. Give it a click and ring that bell and see what he's got. Got some great stuff going on. He just went through some bug out bag stuff that was awesome. Janet Neese is with us. There we go. Half of the Iowa crowd. I know the other half is busy, and they're probably not going to make it tonight. So let's say a prayer for them. There's Todd. Let's say a prayer for Kathy C. and the group over there. They got some issues going on that they really need some prayers with. So let's do that for them. Tammy Joe's in the house. Patriot Ordinance. There we go. South Florida. Come on down. Who else we got? Katie's with us. Yeah. Greg Harriman. Who else? Got to be somebody else in here. I got a good big number right there. I appreciate y'all being here with me. Diane is with us. So is Rose. Yeah. Come on down. Swackhammer's back. My man Swackhammer. Yeah, there we go. Got some good names on here, but his is the best. Short-lived Saint, my man. Hey, I got to call you. I'm going to call you tomorrow evening. I got a question about that 9mm carbine you have. Definitely got to talk to you. I'll call you tomorrow evening after you get off work. Because I got something going on. Got some questions about, and I know you can answer them for me. There's the farmer from the People's Republic of Michigan. Yeah, get out there and see what you can do to get rid of that governor you've got. Hill Bill, the real deal right there, y'all. Ralph, my man, ex-NYC OG Prepper. That's another channel you got to go check out. Got a lot of cool self-defense stuff there. He'll help you out with. And he's on point with it. And there is the Midwest master right there. Rural 2IC in Ohio. Check his channel out as well. He's got something for you every day. Something good every day. The one you had this morning, spot on, buddy. You saw my comment. Appreciate it so much. We give Wanda a shout. There she is right there. Kane is back. All right. Next week, you get a wrench. Come on back one more time for a live stream. You get a wrench. The EMT is back. There he is right there. All right. Whoa, I'm still a long way from the bottom here. Demo Man Don. Yeah, and David T4. Man, I got a great bunch in here tonight. Thank y'all so much. I can't thank you enough, folks. Patriot Ordnance is with us. There he is. Come on down. Come on. There's Craig in North Carolina. I still have that thing for you right over there. We got to get together when you get back. Have lunch. I got to get that to you. You need it. Believe me, you do need it. All right. Yeah, V1's back. Thank you so much. Come on down. Man, you guys just keep popping in there, and that's great. Yeah. All right, I think I hit the bottom. Yeah. So, yeah, let's get on with what we got going on right now. There is a lot going on we're going to touch on. First, there's a link down in the description box down there to Brian Shields. He's a local weather guy here, Mr. Weatherman. He is on the ball when it comes to hurricane season. And right now he's watching these systems right here coming off of Africa. That's what you see is Africa there. There's one already off of there that he's watching, looking for development, and two more headed out to sea that is probably going to turn into something. I hope not, but you never know. It might. But it's that time of year where, at any time these things can develop into hurricanes. So go check him out, Mr. Weatherman. He's on Channel 9 here in Orlando. Like I said, he's the guy to watch. Him and Tom Terry work together on this. Tom Terry is the weather master. Nobody better anywhere. And he works with Tom. So they got a great thing going on. But too bad Carrie's not with us. We're going to talk about this tsunami warning they had in Alaska yesterday after the 7.2 magnitude earthquake. A little town called Sand Point is on one of the islands that extends out from Alaska, and it reaches down into that area where that offshore volcano is that we've been watching. I've been watching. I've told you guys about a few times. It's down in that area where that underground volcano is. And things ain't looking good, y'all, up there. They're getting a lot of rocking and rolling going on up there. And the seismologists are still watching that volcano. It's under the ocean. And they say it could pop off at just about any time. But did you guys hear about this one? 911 systems all across the country. In the last year, there's been more than 8 states that have lost 911 service. Most recently, it was in Pennsylvania. It happened a couple of weeks ago. But it's happening all across the country now, and it's getting more prevalent around the nation. I heard that there was an app on the dark web where you can go purchase it for just $50. And it creates swatting calls to emergency services across anywhere you program it to go. You just type in the city, you type in what you want the call to be, and you click the little button, and bam, it shoots it off, and you can send it to various locations at once. It's an app on the dark web. I checked it out. I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is, because I don't think you should know. It's only $50 for this app, and you can send out over 100 swatting calls to different 911 locations around the country at once. Just pushing enter. This thing has fake AI voices. You can put in there what you want that emergency to be, and you can put in potential answers from operators that would answer the call, the pretty standard answers. Like, is anybody bleeding? Is anybody in danger there or whatever? You can put those answers in or whatever. And this app will use an AI will actually, it'll be like a realistic voice answering those questions. And it's just, this thing's getting more prevalent across the country. On top of the hacking that's going on, where the 911 systems are going down. But, if somebody really wanted to create chaos, say a group of people, let's say 10 people, they wanted to get together just in a room like this right here, and they wanted to create chaos across the country. They could program that app to send out those swatting calls to different 911 locations across the country. Police and fire would be bogged down all at once. And then people like me and you, if we actually needed that service, they might not be able to respond to us. But it's crazy that this thing is available for just $50. That's ridiculous. But we also had a problem with our old boy Vladdy. I'm sure you guys heard about the United States entering into an agreement with NATO to sell weapons to NATO. And then they turned right around and tried to, and approved those NATO nations sending those weapons to Ukraine. It's just like before actually, it's not just like before when we were sending weapons to Ukraine. Now these NATO nations can buy whatever we supply them with. Missiles, all kinds of missiles, aircraft, whatever, instead of just kind of limiting Ukraine to the defensive weapons that we were sending them for free. These NATO nations can buy pretty much whatever they want, including long-range missiles to attack, and then they can turn around and give them to Ukraine or sell them to Ukraine, and they can attack Russia with them. But at least now we're getting paid for them. It's not like the Biden administration that was just giving them all these weapons. Now at least we're getting paid for them. KP's with us. Thank you so much. And there's Teresa. All right. Thank you guys for dropping in. But on Tuesday, old Vladdy made it clear that if the United States sells missiles to some NATO nation, and then they turn around and sell them to Ukraine or give them to Ukraine, and then that missile is fired into Russia, and it hits deep into Russia, like Moscow or wherever, he's going to consider that a direct attack from the United States. And the use of him using nuclear weapons and retaliation is not off the table. He made that clear. Now, I don't think that he would actually send a missile from over there to here. He might, he could, he has the capability. But I think first he would probably send them to somewhere like Germany or Poland or England or somewhere like that before he would actually send one over here. But the guy's crazy, so we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know how this is going to turn out. It's been going on for 4 years now. Yeah, Putin does need to go. That's an absolute fact. But there's nobody over there that will challenge him. And if they do, they usually wind up dead. And that's the reason why they don't challenge him. But the Trump administration has said they had 50 days. They said that, I think, on Monday. They have 50 days to, go to the peace table with Ukraine, or, they're going to step up the sanctions on Russia, and they're going to, step up the tariffs on Russia. Well, that don't scare Russia. Not one bit. Because last year they had all those sanctions on Russia, and their economy grew 4%. So I don't think they really care too much about what Donald Trump is going to try to restrict them with economically, because they seem to be doing pretty good. They're oil and gas rich over there, and they're making a fortune off of that. So they don't really need a lot of our help. They've proven that over and over. But hopefully this thing will wind down somehow. Did France surrender yet? Yeah, they probably did before it even started. But I got to give the French some credit now. We wouldn't be the United States of America if it wasn't for France backing us up in the Revolutionary War against England. We got to give them a little credit. So just about that much. Let's do that. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. All right. Now let's get into what we came here to talk about. And that's you powering up your electronics once the grid goes down. We went over that, talked about that in the last couple of weeks. I referenced a little documentary called Grid Down, Power Up. I referenced that a few times. It's gone from YouTube. You can't go to YouTube and see it anymore. But I found a link to it. It's posted down below in the description box where you can still go see it if you never saw it. You really need to go watch that. It's like a documentary. It's a little over an hour. I think it's an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes. It's called Grid Down, Power Up. That link is down there. Go check it out. It's worth a watch, believe me. Because all of it's real. It's fact-based. They got documentation to back it all up. And it'll scare the hell out of you. It's that simple. At any time, our grid can go down because it's stressed, like I've mentioned several times before. JS made it. All right. Where'd he go? There, right there. There he is. Shalom, shalom, brother. Thank you for dropping in here. But our power grid is stressed. Like I said last week, it was developed in the 50s and 60s. They haven't done a whole lot to upgrade it. It's just, they've just added more and more and more to it without actually improving it a whole lot, the technology a whole lot. Of course, we got nuclear power now. And we have some solar power and some wind power. But, that solar and wind stuff, it's not going to work. It takes too much to build it, and it don't generate enough power to make it economically feasible. That's just some of that feel-good power that companies try to, build, develop, and put into use so they can get tax breaks from the government. And the government and the power companies are the problem. The problem is the power grid system needs to be updated, and the power companies don't want to do it because they say it's a part of American infrastructure. And they think the government should pay for it. Well, then the government turns right around and says, well, you're a private corporation. We shouldn't be paying for you to upgrade your systems. You have customers to pay for that. So it's a catch-22. They just kind of fighting each other. And guess who's caught in the middle? Me and you. So when it does go bad, it's going to go bad quick. And nobody's doing anything to keep that from happening. So watch that. Click on that link down there in the description box. Not now. Wait till we're finished. And watch Grid Down, Power Up. It's got Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid narrates it. Everybody likes Dennis Quaid, right? But you need to watch it. You really do. But let's get on to it. What we're here to talk about. First one we're going to talk about is if you read the series 1 Second After. I think it was William Fawcett wrote that. And in that book, he has a daughter that's diabetic. And he goes to get insulin for his daughter after the lights go out. And EMP knocks everything out. But, he gets his hands on some, but he can't keep it refrigerated. So what I'm going to do is give you an idea on how to keep it refrigerated if you're a diabetic. Now, you might be able to do just like he did in the book. He had made friends with the pharmacist, and when everything went bad, he goes to the pharmacist, and that pharmacist gives him extra, insulin for his daughter because he knows he's going to need it. And especially here in Florida, there's a law here. If it's a state declared emergency, you can get 30 days medication in advance from your pharmacy. So if I just had my prescriptions filled yesterday, and DeSantis declares a state of emergency today, then I can go today and get that refilled again, a full 1 month supply. So if the lights do go out and you have a way to get that insulin, you got to keep it cold, right? Here's your answer right here, guys. Bingo. We've all heard of the Frigidaire company. They've been in business over 100 years. And when they make a refrigerator, it works. Okay. My parents bought a brand new Frigidaire refrigerator. I think it was in 1982 or something like that. And that damn thing's still running. You know, the archaeologists will find that thing running 1,000 years from now. Frigidaire knows what they're doing. They've been in business long enough to know what's going on. But you get you one of these little fridges, it's less than 1 foot, 1 foot deep or 1 foot tall. It'll basically keep like a 6-pack cold. But that would be perfect for you to keep your insulin in after the lights go out. Now right here, the mini fridge right here, the one I just showed you, it uses 40 watts of DC power an hour. So if you get you a little solar generator, just a little one, like a 300 watts, then you'll be able to keep your insulin cold because you don't need to run that refrigerator all the time. You'll only need to run it about 2 hours every 8 hours. So we're talking 6 hours a day. And if it's using 40 watts of power, is that what that said? I think it did. 40 watts of DC power. Yeah. And you got a 300 watt little solar power generator, like one of these right here, just a little one, just a little bitty one. You'll be able to keep that insulin cool all the time. It should never, ever overheat. It's that simple. Let's get you a little 300 watt unit right there, like one of those right there. There are several of them out there. We all know them, I'm sure. You got Blue Eddy and Jackery. They are the upper end. They are the most, the most expensive ones. And then you got some like the Opus. Opus is new. I think they just started turning them out a few years ago. But they're a lot less expensive. It's a reliable piece of equipment. I got a link. Actually, I got a link down below to one of those too. It's on sale today. It's a 1,200 watt unit on sale for $380. That's an awesome price, guys. Click on that link down there. You can go over and get that 1,200 watt Opus today for $380. That's a great price on that. That's the reason why I put it in there for you guys. But you get you one of those little units, you let it run for 2 hours. You take your little power generator out, hook it to the solar panel, let it charge all the way back up. You could actually run it 2 or 3 times. You'd only be drawing 120 watts out of it if you used it 3 times before you charged it again. So you could run it 24 hours without recharging it, and it would keep your insulin cold. And then you could take your charger outside, hook it to your solar panel, bam. In a couple hours, you keep that solar panel turned towards the sun, you get maximum exposure on that panel, you're charged back up and you're ready to go again. It's that simple. Now your panels, they're going to be, you got the kinds that you can fold up, like these right here that you see, or you have the standard kind. It's just one piece. Now the minimum I'm going to recommend for you to buy, if you're doing it for your health reasons, is 100 watts. Now, if you have a 300 watt solar power pack and you're not using it just for your health reasons, you could probably get away with a 50 watt. If you just run some lights, charging your cell phone, if your cell phone works in SHDF, or charging your laptop or whatever, it would be great for that. A little radio, you want to charge your radios, you could probably get away with a 50 watt panel. But we're talking health reasons here. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of power. Now, when I'm talking solar power packs and panels, there's 3 things you need to do. I call them the 3 R's. You got to look at the reviews for what you're buying. Look at the ratings. Like on Amazon, if you go check one out, it's got the star ratings. Look at your ratings. And then do your own research. Don't just go on what other people say, how other people have rated these products. Do your own research. Just check it out the best you can all the way. Then make your choice. But with what's going on in the world today, with the, threat from Russia and Iran, I still believe they're going to retaliate about, for our attack on their nuclear facilities. Don't know when. When it happened, I told you they might wait weeks or months to do it, but they have a history of doing that. They have a history of waiting a while before they retaliate. But, we could have a grid down situation at any time. Some guy with a laptop, sitting in the Baghdad Hilton can hook up to the wireless there and pop the right program in and send it to us, and bingo, all of our lights are out. It is that easy for some people. Now, you guys think that will never happen. That's the extreme, but it can happen, guys. China's already admitted they've tapped into our utilities. We've seen it. Did everybody forget that? That came down about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. They already have back doors into a lot of our utilities. They can shut them down whenever they want. So this grid down situation is not that far away. All we have to do is piss off the right person, and we're in the dark, guys. It's that simple. It's not far-fetched like it used to be. What we got here, Buzz? What you got? Oh, you want lithium-ion batteries? Absolutely. I just changed all of my power packs over to lithium. I had the old standard, sealed lead acid batteries. But to change them over to lithium as soon as you can, not only do they last longer, do they charge faster, they're easier to carry. They weigh half what, or less than what a lead acid battery weighs. But yeah, you need to change all those over right now. Another thing we need to talk about, what we got here, we can't fall asleep thinking about they wouldn't retaliate there eventually and need to be, you need to be as ready as you can right now because it's going to happen. Watched that video before. It's very good. Yep. I won't steer you wrong. I'm not going to tell you anything I think's wrong. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it. But I wished I'd downloaded it off YouTube before they took it down. I don't know why YouTube took it down. I could have downloaded it on my computer and kept it, and I messed around, didn't do it. But another thing we need to talk about, absolutely, is your CPAP. If you have a CPAP, now the ratings on those vary from 30 to 60. So unlike the little fridge I showed you there, I can't recommend a CPAP for you. But what I'm going to recommend that you do is that you get enough solar power to power that for a minimum of 6 hours. If you fall somewhere in the middle there, 30 to 60, you're talking 45 watts an hour. Let's say everything goes sideways. If you think you're going to sleep for 6 hours and you need that power pack that long, then I'm going to recommend that you get a 500 watt portable solar generator. Minimum, 500 watt minimum. Because you don't want to have to worry about that thing dying while you're sleeping. Now, here's another thing. If it is a total SHTF, you're not going to get a lot of sleep to start with, okay? You're not going to lay down and sleep 7 or 8 solid hours and need that thing on your face for 8 hours. If you can, God bless you. I hope you can. But, I know I wouldn't be able to do that. Probably the most I would sleep is about 5 hours a night. I sleep a little more than that now. But what you got, Don? CPAP run, yeah, it needs to run for sure. If it's prescribed to you by a doctor, you're going to need it to work. So make sure when you do go buy one of these solar power packs that you can recharge. Make sure it's good enough to last you for that at least 6 hours a night while you sleep. And then in the morning, you can take it out and plug it up to your panel and it'll recharge, and bingo, it's ready to go that night. But here's a key to all of this, guys. With the CPAPs, you absolutely have to make sure that your panel is facing the sun, direct sunlight, as much as possible. Because even though a solar panel is rated at 100 watts, when the sun starts moving and gets off of it, directly off of it, you might be getting 75% charge. You might be getting 65% charge. You got to get out there and you got to turn that panel with the sunlight. Now, people are going to say, well, you know, they make these devices where you can track the sun. Yes, they do. If you want to invest in that, that's great. But guess what? Then you have to power that. And that's more power you're going to need. So it would be easier just to walk out there about every hour and adjust that panel as the sun moves. That way it's not costing you any more power. But I think these two are the most prevalent health interests we're going to have if things go sideways. You know, it's getting insulin and keeping it cool when you get it. And if you're on that CPAP, you have to have it to live. You know, we got to keep that powered up. I think this is the two most prevalent ones we need to worry about. But if you got anything you want to add, put it in the comments here. When this is a video in about 20 minutes, put it in the comments there. Or shoot me an email. I'll be glad to help you out any way I can. Let me pop that email address in there. There we go. It's right there at the bottom where you can see it. All right. Be glad to help you out any way I can, y'all, because things ain't looking too good. Here we go, right here. The man tells us right here what it is. A heliostat. And they're generally not cheap. But like I said, it'd be nice to have one, but then you got to power that too. That's just more power you have to generate. But if you got anything you need me to talk about in the future, let me know. Shoot me an email, guys. I'll be glad to look it up. If I don't know about it, I'll be glad to find out about it and share it with all of you. I appreciate you being here and helping me out with this. But get ready. Things ain't getting any better. People are sitting back and taking it kind of easy because Donald Trump's in charge now. You know, America's not as weak as it used to be. That's a fact. But that don't mean that somebody might not slip in the back door there and knock the lights out at any time. And if they do, hey, y'all be sitting in the dark, maybe. I won't be, that's for damn sure. Want every one of you to get to the same place I'm at right now. So if you got any questions about that, shoot me an email. I'm not going to tell you right here what I got. I ain't going to do that. Craig knows. Craig's seen it. Hey, he set it better than I am. But I think I'm going to get out of here, y'all. My ice is gone. Got a little bit left there, but not much. Appreciate you sticking with me. I love every one of you. Go over and check those channels out, guys. Ohio Valley Prepping, Rural 2 IC. Absolutely. Go over and check Ralph out at ex-NYC Prepper. And I guarantee you'll enjoy it. There's a lot of good stuff over there. So I made it all alone by myself. Didn't step on my tongue, not once. Didn't get out of hand. That's because I know the boss sitting right in there listening to me. All right, guys. Love every one of you. Thank you for being here. Stay strong. Keep prepping and pray for the USA. The Orlando Prepper is out.